Hey guys, Tom here. Today on HomeCraft Chronicles, I'm going to show you an inexpensive and untraditional way to get the edge back on your unruly flower garden. This is how we do it.
Just decide where you want the bed edging to be, and then go ahead and get some paint or some chalk and line the bed where you're going to place the edging. Okay, now that you know where you're going to put your edging, let's go back with a shovel and dig a trench along the inside of that edging line. It doesn't have to be too deep, but you want to make enough room so you can get the edging in there and play with it and adjust it if you have to. When you get to the corners of your bed, keep in mind that the siding is flexible and it will make rounded corners, but it won't make sharp curves. And also, the siding won't do an inside corner. This technique is only going to work for beds that are straight lines or outside curves. So go along the whole length of your bed and get that trench dug so you have some place to put your siding. Okay, now that the trench is dug, you see here I go back and I'm straightening up the front face of the trench as even and straight as possible. Now granted, I'm just using a spade shovel. If I would have used a square nose shovel or scraper or even an edger, that would have made the process a lot easier. But you see, the front face of the trench is straight and flat, and it'll make it a lot easier to get the vinyl siding bumped up against that, so when it's ready to backfill, it's nice and straight and even. Okay, now's the time to get the siding in the trench. You can see I'm placing the siding in the trench upside down. By that I mean the nailing flange is down in the dirt and the finished side is exposed. Siding typically is about 8 or 9 inches wide, having 2 courses of 4-inch reveals. I bury one whole course in the ground up to that ridge line, and I leave the other 4 inches exposed. That gives you a nice finished look, and also gives you enough of the siding in the dirt to hold it in place. Now line it up and just kind of backfill as you go. We'll finish it up and neaten it up later. You can see I'm adjusting as I go. So just work your way down the whole section of the siding, backfilling and lining it up as you go. Now I'm ready for my second piece of siding. I lay it in the trench, getting the end as close to the house as I can. Once it's lined up, I move down to the seam, overlap the 2 pieces, and click them together just as I would if I were siding at home. Now that you have your siding where you want it, just go back and backfill the trench. Take your time with this at first because the siding's still a little loose, and until you get some dirt around it, it might want to move on you a little bit. But after you have some dirt packed around it, it'll be in there firmly, and then after a good rainstorm, you'll be all set and it's not going to go anywhere. As with any edging, occasionally you're going to have to use a stake here and there to hold it in place. I'm just using an old piece of PVC pipe I had laying around just to keep the edging in place until a rainstorm can settle in the ground and firm it up a little bit. After that, it's just a matter of going back, dressing up the edges, leveling off the bed, backfilling some voids here and there, and you're all set to go. Keep in mind, this took me a total of about 45 minutes to an hour to do the whole project, not even. And there's no maintenance, there's no upkeep. Once it's in place, it's in place. You don't have to worry about it rotting, you don't have to worry about it fading, cracking, splitting. It's completely maintenance free.
For a fraction of the cost of traditional plastic, wood, metal edging, you have a simple, easy project that you can complete in no time at all.